just a girl striving for greatness in all aspects of my life. How about you?
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the G.O.A.T. You know the vibes. I'm here with my good friend Alek.
Hello Aisha, how are you?
I'm good. It's actually been too long.
It has, hasn't
Too
it?
long. But I'm so glad we've actually managed to make this link up happen on the G.O.A.T. because first of all, Alek is a certified G.O.A.T. I take a lot of inspiration from Alek.
Oh, stop it.
No, for real. And we're gonna dive into it because there's so much that you've actually just done whilst being full-time education, full-time worker, you're a workaholic. You're actually a workaholic.
Not by choice.
And a travelaholic. If that's
Workaholic, travelaholic,
just a holic.
every holic.
Oh, you could say alcoholic. Crazy.
Nah, alcohol. I don't drink that much anymore.
No, okay. You know, new year, new me kind of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. First of all, I think I just want to say, guys, we've actually made it to the third episode of the G.O.A.T. For this year. This is one more than I did last year, because last year I only did 2 episodes, and the consistency, can't even speak, the consistency was not consistent, and this year we're consistent.
We're consistent. We actually get to see it.
Literally, and I feel like that's one thing, every guest that I bring on, consistency has always been talked about, and I'm so glad that I'm actually being able to take on that advice, my own advice and everybody else's advice, because I always be saying, you also be said in the last episode, I think it was like low consistency is better than no consistency, so I'm rooting for that for the whole of 2024 and forever. But less about me, more about you. So Alek, tell the people who you are, what you do, everything. We want to know everything.
Oh my god, where do I even start? So I'm currently a paralegal. I'm in full-time employment at the moment.
When I found out you do law, I was like crazy.
I don't recommend it. No, it's all good. It's all good vibes. But yeah, I'm a paralegal. I'm a photographer / videographer, and I don't want to say travelholic, like a traveler, because it's just holiday. I don't really do it specifically to travel. It's just a holiday. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
Good, but you're well traveled.
Yeah.
And I feel like since you probably left uni, you've been outside.
I've been trying to. Do you know what it is? I'm playing catch up because before uni, actually not so much before uni, but probably before college. Actually, I never really got the chance to travel.
No.
Do holidays, anything like that, and then I think now, especially now that I'm out of COVID, well, I'm definitely gonna make the most of opportunities that I can to travel and travel as much as I can, because the world, there's so much to see in the world.
So much. Do you feel like because of COVID, then you just missed out on so many like life experiences and opportunities?
I wouldn't blame it on COVID. Because I think I had a holiday that I could have gone on before COVID, and I said no, mainly because of money.
Yeah.
Like literally, my friends went snowboarding in January 2020, and I didn't go because I didn't have the money at the time. And then little did I know, 2 months later there'd be a whole pandemic. And then traveling 2020, even 2021 was just a headache and a no.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we were literally that was a crazy time to be alive. Like we literally couldn't go anywhere. Like no, we couldn't go anywhere.
No, you couldn't. And then even when they did lift the restrictions, they were always changing. So trying to travel, do I need a PCR test? Do I need like vaccinated as well? Like it was always changing all the time. Remember with the amber list and the red list, stuff like that.
That was all a headache.
And then the quarantine. Yeah, it was a headache. It was a nightmare. You can't really plan around it.
Literally, just to go like eat out and stuff like that, you had to show you had a negative test. It was all crazy. It was actually all crazy. But you know, like we made it out through the pandemic.
We did.
We did something right. We did something right.
We just about made that out, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like even like, because I'm trying to think now when I actually met you. I can't even remember what year. Is that bad?
It was definitely third year.
Yeah, it was your third year. Yeah,
my third year.
Mad. because even though we're the same academic year, like we're the
Mhm.
same age, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
mostly
the same
same.
age. But I think because I did a placement year, you went straight through in it,
Yeah.
uni. So yeah, it was your third year. We had each other on socials, like on Instagram. You did photography, I did
Mhm.
photography.
Yeah, because that's how we came to connect in the first place.
Yeah,
Because
just like creative.
I think someone actually posted your work, like a
Okay.
repost or like promoted your work,
Yeah.
and then that's how I realized, oh my god, there's another photographer in Portsmouth.
Mad. And like you wouldn't think, because like now like everybody's pretty much creating, and at the time, and that was only like probably like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and for you to be like, oh, another photographer in Portsmouth, because I felt the
Yeah,
same. Like I was like, oh, there's not many other like, especially ethnic minority people like
exactly.
doing like photography and stuff like that, or like videography or any kind of content creation. There wasn't actually a lot, but now it's become so like popular. Would you
hmm
not say?
I think, especially since after COVID, like the scene is like it's blown up a lot, and it's not just photographers as well. It's like anything that's sort of creative, or especially
Yeah.
things in the background as well that you don't really think too much of.
Of
Like
yeah,
that's exploded a lot, I'd say, within the last few years.
that's true. It is true. I feel like yeah, influencing or just like what do they call it on the
Inf-
Instagram the UGC is it you know what I'm on
U-
about on TikTok. Everyone's like getting like paid promotions and
UGC,
stuff.
yes, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Paid promotions and stuff like that. Like it's become so accessible than it was before. Like you don't even need to have like the craziest like equipment anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. And even just to do things such as like reviewing places and stuff like
Mm-mm.
that, you don't, the thing is, you don't even need a massive following anymore. You could
Not
just
at
go out and
all.
do it. And then
Do it for fun.
people actually let you do it just for exposure as well. Like, I'd
Literally
say like the last few years, it's become a lot more popular.
popular. It's blown like into like a totally different industry that
100%.
everyone's trying to like make it. And that's why sometimes I do feel like I'm behind, even though like I started this so long ago. I feel like I'm not where I want to be, and then I'm seeing people that have just started
hmm
excelling. I'm like, ah, what did I miss? What did I miss? I was sleeping for too
No, I'm
long.
the same as well, to be fair, honestly. I'm literally the same. Especially now that I'm working full time because I don't really have
That's
there's actually two
it.
things that I don't really have the time to focus on the creative side as much as I used to, let's
Used
say in uni,
to,
because
yeah.
I'm just after work,
It's
I'm tired, like
tired.
yeah,
No, I hear you. Like working full time, like it's actually no joke.
it's
Like
insane.
it's something that I'd like to set debt recommends,
hmm
but to pay the bills and all of that
hmm
is actually just necessary, especially if you like,
hmm
don't have like a big family support network
hmm
to be able, or you have to financially provide for your
hmm
family, or like you financially provide for yourself. It's a necessity.
It's so true
Yeah.
because when you try to get into creatives, especially photography, it's so expensive.
It's expensive, like just lenses, cameras, like tripods, like everything is just so expensive. And then when it comes to it, getting that all back is so hard
hmm
because like you're building your portfolio, but
hmm
then like you're also not competing with obviously the well, yeah, you're competing for like your niche
hmm
market, but it's like sometimes at that point you're like, like maybe I should have just started simple, like
hmm
and just like built like a genuine like community. That's how I feel like sometimes,
Yeah.
because all of that can be so expensive. You can either be like a personality as that
hmm
as a and be really good at your craft, or like you just go full in professional mode. I feel
Yeah.
like there's like two different kind of
100%. I agree.
ways with it. But tell us a little bit about your journey, because I know you literally mentioned to me not long ago before you did photography, you was doing YouTube. I didn't
I
even
was
know
doing
that.
YouTube. Yeah, I haven't.
What happened, Alec? I didn't
I'm.
even know this.
I'm gonna get onto that in a minute. I've
Yeah.
had a really weird creative journey because I think it's always something that I've just done for fun.
Mm.
Like it's really weird. I used to take photos and videos, just really random stuff. Even when I was like young, probably about maybe 7 or 8 years old. I remember like my
Wow.
mum gave me a camera for Christmas. I think it was a
Bless your
really like small
mom. Yeah.
digital camera, but I think it started from there. I just
Wow.
love taking pictures and videos.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
then from that point, it was really on and off because like I just did it.
Yeah, it was a hobby.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
exactly. It was a hobby, and then I just did it. I started again, stopped again, and I think it wasn't actually until I went to a law conference actually
A
which is
what?
a law conference.
Okay, how old
So
were you?
I was probably about 17, I think. Yeah, about 17.
Okay.
It was when I was looking to like study law at
Yes, makes
university.
sense.
And then someone that was there as well they had a big camera, like a proper DSLR. And I was like, I want to take photos with that. So
Yeah.
I started taking photos with that. And the photos were good. They were good
Yeah.
photos. And I actually
Come
enjoyed
on,
taking photos
big up
of that.
yourself.
So then that was like, okay, I want to actually get into photography from there. So I think for my birthday, my mum got me that exact same camera as well. It was a 750D
No,
Canon.
God bless your mum.
Honestly. Honestly. But yeah, I got that camera, and then just from there I started taking photos of like my friends. And then it wasn't until I came into uni in my first year that I was still taking photos, like friends and stuff like that, like
just
having
more
fun
like
with
hobby.
it. Yeah. But then it wasn't up until first year of uni when Kevin was like, my good friend Kevin from uni, he was like, I could actually make this into like a business.
Yeah.
So
He said like, Alek, take it seriously.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And then I remember like I started creating my own logo and setting up, like I made actually no, did I have an Instagram? No, I made a photography Instagram, like my ShotByAlek account. So then I made that.
Alek, come on.
But yeah, I started taking it from there, and then I think from there I started to get some clients, and it kind of just built from there.
Yeah,
I think as well.
Like gradually.
Yeah, it was very slow and steady, but I didn't mind that too much because I wasn't really doing it more for money. It was just
for fun, and I think that's always the best way anyway, because that does naturally it does show in your work whether you're doing it for money or for just fun. Like I feel
100%.
like sometimes it is just best to like shoot with your friends and like family and just like people around you, because like you develop more of a passion for it.
Oh, definitely.
Whereas when it becomes monetized, like you feel like you have to be like the best of the best, and if you're not, like you put so much pressure on yourself, you get picky clients, like you'll get people like making you feel like shit sometimes. And I know that sounds so dramatic.
No, it's absolutely true, because even I noticed, I've never actually said this to anyone, but I always noticed that my best work tends to always be when I'm shooting friends or like people, or if it's unpaid work, because like you said, you don't have the pressure of, okay, if I got to make this picture perfect for the client,
100%.
otherwise they're not gonna like it. Especially when they're paying as well, because when you're paying, that puts even more pressure on you to deliver.
100. I definitely feel the same. Like I've always found my best work is when I've wanted to shoot out of choice, and not because somebody's told me like, be here this time, I'm gonna pay you this price, whatever, or like all of this. Like I feel like the best times to be creative is off in the moment. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Spare in the moment.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, too much planning sometimes, and obviously, like, I think everyone says, "Oh, you should really always plan your content," and yes, I do hear that. However, the creative industry is to be creative, is to have fun,
it's to be creative.
Yeah, is to like experiment, and it's not to be like it's this way or the other way.
Exactly.
That's why I've always said like studying like a creative craft, like it can be a hit or miss.
It can, and just to add on to that as well, sometimes you can plan your shoot to like the absolute detail, like the absolute second of how the shoot's gonna go.
Yeah.
And then something just happens in the day that throws off that plan completely. Whether your client is late,
I know you're speaking from experience.
I'm definitely speaking from experience. Plenty of experience. Like your client is late, or the weather is not up to it, because, or maybe there's even something really, really small and then you have to think on your feet there and then, especially when again your client is paying, because you have to really like, not like know what you're doing, but it's like you kind of really have to account for little things like that. So if something does happen, it's like, okay, I can do plan B deviate from plan A and go to plan B, because I sort of accounted for that. But nothing ever goes to plan. Nothing's ever perfect like that. But again, the best creative work comes from when you're being creative and you're given the freedom to create.
And it's okay for things to not go to plan. I think like putting less of a pressure on things going to the plan is needed, especially in this industry of work, because like there's so many other people out there like ourselves, like yourselves, like that are doing the same craft of work, And if we're like putting out a message that says like, yeah, you need to plan, you need to do this and that, because I see it some other, like, when I'm watching like camera tutorials or whatever, if I want to learn something on my camera, or like a specific edit, or a specific way to like record, or like do a bit of like videography with my gimbal and stuff like that, they're like, you need to plan, you need to... Yes, you do. I'm not saying you don't need to do that, but I mean, like, also have fun with it, experiment yourself. Don't always take people's advice. I'm really like contradicting myself when I say this, but like, don't always take it for literal. Like, also allow yourself to just be in the moment and not have to like just do it how people tell you to do. Yeah, because they're paying you or what, this and that. Like,
no,
I know
exactly.
it sounds so bad, but
no, it's true. Like, I think the best way to learn is when you're actually in the situation where you've got to learn, because you haven't really got much of a choice but to do it.
Because that's one thing that I hated. Like, when I was doing photography, like for like more and more people, I hated, like, and I know this might be very controversial, but like, I hated people telling me what to do, because it's like I literally had no passion for photography at that point. I was just like, fuck this shit. I don't care anymore. Like, I'm gonna sell my camera. Like, and I was so tempted to just give up, because it's like I had too many people like down my throat telling me, oh, do it this way, experiment like this, do this and that. And I know it was all coming from like a good heart and place, because they wanted me to progress. But I think it's sometimes the delivery with it, and it's allowing people to like have their moment. Maybe you can suggest and advise, but sometimes the delivery of how people want to help you needs to be a bit more like, I don't know, maybe that's just because I'm sensitive.
No, I completely agree, and I've been in those situations before.
Yeah.
I think one thing I will say, I think when clients approach you and they want your content taken in a particular way, let's say you get some inspirational posts from Instagram from other people or whatever it is, and it's like, I want my photo done in this way with this exact angle and stuff like that. I'm in one side of my head, I'm thinking, I will try to do my best, but at the end of the day, if you want that particular photo in that particular way, why don't you just ask that particular photographer to do it for you?
Yeah, because
it does make it a lot easier.
What would you say is like your biggest pet peeve that customers ask you, your clients ask you?
Oh god, there's so many.
So let me get my list.
There's so many. What is the biggest one? That is a good question, because there's actually quite a lot.
Guys, we're not trying to be negative either. We're just trying to be real about the situation, because it's so like everyone goes through this, especially as a photographer, videographer. Like, it needs to be spoken about. And when we both do photography, like, I feel like we both have the same struggles and pain sometimes. So we just want to get off our chest, you know?
I know. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I can't pick one. There's so many.
Okay. Maybe like two then.
I think clients being late.
Yeah, I feel like I remember you telling me before, like, when people are late, like, and or you've like put it somewhere, like, do you know what I mean? Like, when people are like late, like how much it affects like you.
No, it does, because especially when you've got other things planned in the day, like that just, it completely throws off your schedule because people are late. It's actually happened to me. I was waiting for a client in London,
right,
and we agreed to meet at a certain place at a certain time. They were running. If I stayed there, it probably would have been about 3 hours late. And I'm like, I don't have time to wait that long, because firstly, it's not like it's not warm or anything like that. I got nothing else to do, so I'm just literally sitting there waiting. And I've had other things planned in that day, and it just throws off everything.
I think people in that situation, if you know you're going to be late, like, you need to communicate it and
100%.
and actually apologize and say, do you know what, like, for that, like, I will just either cancel the shoot, keep the money,
what I had to
or
do.
whatever.
I had to cancel the shoot.
But it's like, you need to remember, you're not the only people existing on this earth. Like, people actually have shit to do. Like, just because you're paying for a service, like, it doesn't mean like that service like doesn't have like other things to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, or other people to serve. Like, you could have had another shoot that day.
I could have done.
Like, you could have had, I don't know, like a family thing, like this. Like,
it could have been anything.
You're one person who, with other responsibilities, yes, they paid you for that time frame, not for the whole fucking day. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I think people in that, if like you're a client or customer, like, you need to remember you're not the only person.
No, 100%.
And you have to, because you have to think from like the person the service as well. Like, I think that's very important. Yeah.
No, 100%. Like, I get things happen on the day, like your train gets cancelled or late.
100%. Yeah.
Those things I completely understand, but for me, there's a difference between you're late for a genuine reason and you're just taking the piss.
Yeah. When you're taking the piss, no, I hear it because I'm the same. Even if it's not like creating, if someone's late and they're taking the piss, like I'll be in a bad mood. And then you're gonna ask me why am I in a bad mood? Don't piss me off.
Yeah,
like
literally.
I tend to be ready this time. You're not ready, and now I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah,
I was excited
100%.
before. Now I'm not. You're the reason why.
No, 100%. Like,
you're the reason why.
Like, guys, like as a photographer,
yeah,
deposits are very important,
Yeah.
and make sure they sign agreements as well. That's another thing. Contracts as well.
So do you
Agreements
do contracts? Yeah. Okay, that's
agreements are very important because you wanna. At the end of the day, you want to protect yourself.
100%, yeah, and like your brand and image as well. It's not just. Not just like, oh yeah, quickly let me do a shoot. Like it's a whole.
No, exactly.
Thing. It's a whole brand.
Oh my god, there's so many. But no, let me touch on another pet peeve. I just thought of it as well. It's when clients take your work. Actually, there's actually two sides to this.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Firstly, there's clients asking for the unedited photos.
The rules, yeah.
Big no. Never do that.
No.
Never do. That's a big no.
Yeah.
And secondly, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say when you send clients your edited work and then they edit it on top of that. Don't ever do that. Like, if there's something I need to change, just let me know. Just tell me, and I will change it for you. But don't like take my edited work and add like a silly filter on it because I can't stand that.
I totally hear you on this one because if I scream, because I just feel like it's disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful.
You've also posted this now. Everyone's gonna think that I've edited that way, and I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm embarrassed, not because like of the photo. It's just like people actually think this is my work.
No, exactly. That people will judge you based on your work, and if a potential client sees that, they're gonna think, I don't want to work as a photographer.
That, and also most times that people can actually tell you've edited on top of an edit. So like, also it's embarrassing for them. It's just like.
No, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you should just either communicate with the photographer who's edited that photo and shot that photo, or you just don't post it.
Yeah. I'd rather you just not post it.
Yeah, like, because nobody's forcing you, and like, I think that's just a common rule. Like, if it was the other way around, like, I know I've had photographers take photos of me, and there might be certain ways that I'm not happy with, like how it's edited, like whatnot, but I would never like wanna like edit on top of it unless they've sent me raws. Then I might edit it, but I'll be like shot by but edited by me or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So they know. But even then, like, it's communicating that. Like, do you know what I mean? It is communicating 100%.
It. But no, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Just do not do it.
No, I totally hear you on that one. That's a big no, guys.
Yeah, it's a major red flag, and it's so annoying because you never actually find out until they've posted it, which makes it even worse.
That's like you ordering something. Nah, I don't know if that's gonna make sense.
No, say it.
No, I don't think it makes sense actually, guys.
Are you sure?
Yeah, okay. I don't feel like because I feel like it made sense in my head, but then what I said didn't make sense. If that makes you get me?
I get
it.
But
yeah, guys, do not edit on top of edited photos.
No,
that's a big no. That's a big no.
Yeah, not that it should be a numbers thing, because really you should do it because you enjoy doing it. But I think it probably did get to a point where I just stopped enjoying doing it.
It's interesting. Yeah, go on.
I just didn't. No, that's it.
Yeah, no, it's interesting that you said numbers, because this is something that I've actually been fighting myself about recently. I think, I know we say like it's not about numbers and stuff like that, but to a certain point you're gonna want to see numbers hitting. Definitely. Because this is why you do it. You want it to be your life and lifestyle. The reason why I do what I do is because I want to be able to motivate and inspire people and get people on here to be able to talk about their journey and just to encourage them to keep on going, but also encourage viewers to like pick up that camera or I don't know, go to the studio, do whatever it is that you have a talent for, and just to do it, not think about it too much.
100%.
So I think like when it comes to the numbers thing, sometimes like you are gonna feel a bit disheartened if you post like something and it's just not hitting. I have this conversation with so many of my friends, and like I literally have a conversation about this nearly every week, like with myself, like I shall do better. But it's like it's not that I need to do better. It's just like being persistent with it, because we spoke about that earlier.
Yeah, we spoke off camera.
Yeah, like persistence is so like necessary if you want to see those numbers.
Yeah, it definitely does. And everyone always says that it's not the video that you expect to blow up that blows up. I've noticed that on TikTok, to be fair, because like
I'm glad you said that.
Because I'll put my heart and soul into a video, for example, and it just doesn't do the numbers that I think it could do. Whereas sometimes I'll just, let's say, I throw out a video of something that I don't know, for example, I find it funny or like, I don't know, I just thought, let me just throw it out there because why not? And it's crazy. Like, I'll give an example, like some of because I made do my travel vlogs on TikTok now. So the videos that I do on there, if they get over 1,000 views on TikTok, I'm cool with that. I'm happy with that. Yeah, but then
get 300.
Something like that. Yeah. But then, for example, I threw they were doing this Formula One changing the tire thing at Westfield, and I got my friend to record me doing that, and I thought, do you know, let me just put it on TikTok because why not? And then they got over 2 million views on TikTok.
Wow. I've not even seen this. I'm gonna see this later.
Yeah, like the video is so short and like if I was a content creator, I wouldn't post that video, but I just posted it because
you're just like, why not?
Yeah, why not? And it just blew up out of nowhere. It's really it's insane.
I get you because I've done the same before. Like I remember, this is so stupid, but like I'll edit like a whole vlog kind of video. Does literally like 300, 400 say.
Yeah.
And then there was like a video that I recorded. Literally, I was on the bus to Southampton. It sounds so stupid, but the glasses that I was wearing broke.
Yeah.
So when me and my friend had like the glasses, like I had one side, she had the other side. And I'm just like, were they just looking pretty? Like, like Dragon Ball Z characters. I don't know what it has, but it did so much better.
Yeah.
Than what like a typical vlog did. Like, I'm just like.
Yeah, do you know what? The whole social media algorithm is broken.
It's broken.
Especially Instagram. Instagram. I think
is it just me recently? I think since this year, my Instagram has been shit.
No, not even this year. I think the last 18 months, maybe. I think I don't know what change Instagram made, but engagement just went
down.
Literally, like. I can't describe the trajectory of how down it went.
Like I think, I totally agree with you. I feel like I've noticed it a lot this year. Like I've noticed it a lot, and I'm just thinking like, oh my god, like is it what I'm posting? Is it what I'm putting out there, or is it actually just the algorithms?
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I used to get like a lot of good engagement as well, and then I don't know, all of a sudden it just kind of went down. Yeah, it didn't happen.
I think that's so like that's another important thing, like obviously as a creative or whatever, like algorithms and understanding learning that can be really, really difficult.
Yeah.
And it is a factor of whether, like it sounds so bad, but it can be but it can be a factor whether you make it or not. And I'm not saying like that's the end all be all, but like if you're trying to build your niche and build your audience and what like that, like you're gonna have to reach numbers, like you are. That's just the reality of it. But it's like, if you're not, then obviously that might demotivate you to carry on going. And I feel like that's sometimes like things that people don't really talk about. Like it's just a matter of like all the people that are making it and are doing numbers, and then like you've got people that are trying, like they stop because like they're not there yet. But guys, it takes a long time.
It really does.
It takes a long time. For some people, they can get there quicker, and some people. It's a bit of a process, and that's so normal and natural to happen. And I feel like as creatives, we shouldn't beat ourselves up about it.
No, we shouldn't. Like we really, really shouldn't. I think at the end of the day, I think it sounds so much easier said than done, but I think at the end of the day, we just got to focus on putting out the content that we enjoy, and as long as we actually do that then whatever, as long as you enjoy it and you like it and you're proud of what you put out there, then I think, quite frankly, the numbers don't really matter too much.
No.
From a not morality perspective, but like, can I describe it?
I know what you're trying to say.
Like, if I put out an amazing photo on Instagram,
Yeah.
and I'm like, do you know what? This is one of the best photos I've ever taken, and
Yeah,
it doesn't do the numbers I expect. On the one hand, I do feel a bit sad, but at the same time, it's like I know that I've put a great photo out there, and then as long as I'm proud of that, I'm cool.
Yeah, sometimes you have to like just take it as a pinch of salt, because I feel like these are things that people don't, as creatives, talk about, but it's very natural. Everyone goes through it. But like you said, like you've put it out there, might have not done the numbers that you wanted to, but sometimes not having that expectation is better than having it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because when you don't have that expectation, it does do better. Like I've noticed that with the last video I posted, I thought it was going to do so much better than it probably has. Not to say that it's not great. It's just not done or reached enough people compared to maybe an episode that I was a bit off energy or whatever, or I wasn't as confident, and that's because of my progression. Every time I record, I'm getting a bit more confident with it.
Yeah.
Did so much better, but I think it's because like that. Well, it's natural for that to happen, and I think I shouldn't let that, or anyone shouldn't let that put them off from carry on going. So no, I think that is very important. Very important. There was something that you said that just came to mind. Ah, fuck. That's gonna bug me. Yeah, what did I say? It's gonna bug me because there was something I wanted to come off of that. Damn. That was hard.
It'll probably come back to you.
It'll come back to me. It will come back to me, and if it doesn't, in another episode we'll get into it. But no, for obviously going forward now with your kind of creation, obviously you've not really created quite a lot this.
I've not created, nah.
Like I want to say, not like as in this year, but like in the last year.
In the last.
As much.
No, not as much.
You've been doing shoots here and there. I know last year you was doing shoots here and there, but not as much maybe.
No, not as much at all. And I think that's mainly just down to work and you know. I think what it is. I think especially in the creative industry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunities that are on weekdays. Right. And for me personally, because we both work. We both work on the weekdays.
100. So
it's like even if it's like a TFP or a collab shoot, for example, where there's a bunch of photographers and models meet up on let's say Tuesday at 1:00 in the afternoon. No, I'm working. I just can't do that.
I totally hear you on this, because like you either have to book the day off or like sounds so bad but call it sicky, and realistically that cannot be happening regular.
No, it can't.
You only have I only have like 24.5 days holiday. That's shit. Like, and on those days I want to be on holiday.
Yeah, no, exactly. I
don't want to be doing work after work, like not doing work.
No, exactly. Especially if it's not even a paid opportunity.
Exactly. So like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. I totally hear them. So maybe we should start something, Alek, on the weekend.
We should, but then you're down here.
It doesn't matter. I can come to London.
We can too.
I can come to London. Like, it's not a problem for me. Like, if it's something creative, I'm there. Like, because I want to collab more with people. I want to like, you know, do more. Like, I want to experiment. I'm not amazing at my craft, like, at all. I've said craft a lot in this video, but I'm not amazing in it, like, at what I do, like, at all. But I think it's because
you should be proud of yourself for what you do and what you achieve.
No, 100%
and
proud.
no creative is perfect.
Yeah, that's true. That's one thing I need to remember, because I do compare myself a lot, and I think that is normal.
Both.
Yeah, like, everyone does that, but I think it's just like being, yeah, like you said, proud of what you do, and just to like keep on going and learning. Like, I feel like I learn best from other people.
Definitely.
Like, if someone does something like a certain way, I'm like, oh my god, how did you do that? Like, I want to learn like how to do it better, develop it, and adapt it to my personality and what I do. Because like I feel like some people gatekeep too much. I don't like gatekeeping. I don't like gatekeeping. Like, we're all friends. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that's why I do what I do. Like, I like bringing people up. I like, you know, that motivation aspect. I want people to do well.
No,
like,
100%.
For me, that it's never been a competition with anybody. Like, do you know what I mean? Other than myself. And I think everyone needs to remember that you only compete with yourself. You're gonna compare yourself, but that's because, like, as human beings, we naturally do. Like, that's something you can't unfortunately, like even people that say, "Oh, I will never compare myself," like shut up, like we all do. Do you know what I mean? Like we all do.
Everyone always compares themselves with other people, even if it's subconsciously.
Yeah, but you're not competing against them. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like you either compare and that might motivate you to be like, you know what, like they actually do really well. Like I need to like just like keep on going because that's inspired me because they kept on going. If I keep on going, like I can see results and positivity and stuff like that. Like
No,
I'm still happy for that person to keep on going. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like oh fuck that. Like there'll never be a that thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. And do you know what, the best thing as well is like even when people say to you, "Oh my God, you're doing amazing," you inspire me. That in itself keeps me going.
100%.
Because it's like it gives me more of a purpose to actually do what I do.
Yeah.
Because people actually look up to me and think, "Oh my God, I want to do what you do, or I love what you do, and I want to see more of it." And it's always on the days where you feel like, "Oh, I just want to dash this camera away. I just don't want to do it anymore." Like just to hear someone say, "I love what you're doing, and you should do more of it."
It means a lot.
It really does. It means a lot more than you think.
Yeah, and I feel like for people that even like have got massive following or a lot of engagement, they don't always get that. So it's always good to be like, guys, you're doing amazing. Like carry on going.
No, 100%.
But the people that also have the opposite, less following, less engagement, do that as well. Like because they really appreciate it, and that will go a long way. They could be having such a shit day, like this morning I was having such a shit day, and then like and then you was like, "Don't worry, we're gonna motivate each other," and I'm like, you know what? Like when you got here, it's like, yeah, I feel so much better. Like, and it's just good. Yeah, like it's just like that little community of people that be able to bring us all up is so important in this industry of work. Like, I don't like the whole like clickiness of it. I never have, and that's in everything I do: sport, uni, creativity. Like I don't like clicky behavior.
Same.
But yeah, but I'm happy with it. Like so far, like I think like consistency we always speak about. So
definitely. Biggest achievement, I think in life. I think where I'm at now, work wise, I'm very, very happy where I am, and I don't actually give myself enough credit for it because to think that after leaving uni, I was struggling to get a paralegal job and just to get some sort of legal experience. Like it really did beat me up, especially when, again, comparing now, especially seeing other people getting opportunities and jobs and stuff like that, just like that. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong to not to be like big headed and say I'm entitled to this, but it's like I'm doing the best I can, but what more do I need to do to get to this place? And I think getting the jobs that I did get has led me to where I am now. Because to be honest, where I am now is, in all honesty, it's a complete accident. It's a complete accident. But in a way, it's good because the game that we call life, I always find it funny because everything happens for a reason. Like I'm a big believer of that. And I think where I am now, like the company that I work for, the office that I'm in, the industry that I'm in, like it's amazing. There's so many opportunities with that, and I think there's a lot of potential to make things more diverse, more inclusive, and there's a lot of opportunities there, and I'm really happy that I'm at the place where I am now because
alhamdulillah, that's so good.
Definitely, because like where I am now, like it's where I wanted to be, like where I've aspired to be. And if I say to myself, like, if I say to myself back at uni, I'll be working where I am now, I'll be like, oh my God, no way. It's crazy. But no, definitely. I think where I am now, work wise and career wise as well, is definitely my biggest achievement. And I think because there's a lot more to come as well, it keeps me going as well.
Definitely, yeah. I feel like especially just like in terms of in both what you do, like in terms of the world of work, the academia side of you 100%. And like all of that, like you've excelled in. And I think as ethnic minorities, sometimes like it is like, we might not achieve as much, especially in the paralegal like industry. Like it's so probably more like, you know,
Yeah, and
obstacles that you've
pardon me,
experienced.
definitely in the whole
Yeah.
the whole legal industry in general. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely.
So like being able to like, you know, break those barriers and, you know, just like overcome those obstacles and doing yourself proud and achieving everything you wanted to and more,
Hmm.
like, is amazing. And you're only gonna do better. Like, you're
Exactly,
only
that's the
gonna do
thing.
more. Like, you've come so far at such a young age to get into that industry because it's hard. That industry is so
It's
hard.
very hard to get
Yeah.
into. It's very, very hard. But the
Yeah.
thing is that once you're in, you're in.
Yeah.
It's just getting in is the
It's the
hard
hard
part. But
part.
once you're in, you're
And
in.
you've nailed it. Like,
Exactly.
you've
Yeah.
nailed it.
No.
Like,
100%. And I never give myself enough credit for it.
no, good. Like, you need to.
I do. No.
Yeah, you need to,
Definitely.
because it's not easy. Like, I like literally like congratulate you on it because I cannot do it. I cannot do it. Like, I think it's something you need to hold your head up high and be like, wow, like
100%.
I smashed it, like, sort of thing. Like, you know, people like us don't get into those spaces sometimes. So being able to, like, you know, get into that space and then do exceptional, like, you're such a like role model to a lot of people that watch it, a lot of people that like follow you and stuff like that. Like, you have to, you know.
No, thank you. I really do appreciate that.
I actually feel emotional. I'm not gonna cry. I cried earlier. But no, like, I actually feel really proud. Like it's nice seeing your journey. And like, even when I heard you got like a promotion, got a new job, I was like, no, like, I'm proper proud. Like, you deserve it. Like one of the people that I do know, they're like, has worked hard in everything that they do and doesn't like. You're so humble about it. So humble, like no, but like you're so humble about it, and like you bring everybody up around you, and you're always there for everyone else. And it's like, you know, sometimes you need to be like, guys, like, let's celebrate me.
You're gonna get me emotional now.
Maybe let's stop. No, but like, you need to be like, let's celebrate me because, like, you know, I've come this far. Like, I think that's it with some people. People that are so humble sometimes they forget to celebrate themselves. But yeah, I feel like 100% you're doing amazing. And
thank you. No, I do appreciate that.
100.
I'm trying to think what's my biggest achievement creative wise. Because in all honesty, I really don't know.
I think like there's a lot to be proud of though, creatively.
There is. I think I don't really know. I think probably building and maintaining like partnerships and friendships.
Yeah.
Because
like
you make a lot of friendships through clients. And the thing about creative, like whether you're like a photographer, influencer, whatever content you create, you never really gonna know who you meet.
That's true, actually.
And like your network is really important in the sense that it's who you know, and you can just tomorrow you can get like a random DM from someone that's got a very good following and is very well connected to other people. And I think as well, once you sort of make those connections, like the world is your oyster, really 100%. And truly. But I think as well, at the same time, with your clients, like you can build friendships from them, like genuine sort of friendships with your clients. Not all clients, because some can be a pain in the ass. But like, yeah, you could just meet a client and you just click like that. And it's crazy because if you wasn't doing photography or videography or anything like that, you never would have met them.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, the networking part of doing like any sort of creating is just so like, it's beautiful in a way because, like you said, there's people that you probably wouldn't have met.
No, definitely.
Or spaces you're in.
Yeah, that you never thought you would have been in.
Exactly.
And it's like just that one sort of shoot or scenario, it can change your whole life.
100%. Like, I've seen it in so many people. Like, I don't know whatever they do, like they've turned up. Like that day, they could have said, "Nah, I'm not going. I don't want to go." Like, there was a shoot that I did for a brand this year. I just could not be bothered. I was like, I don't want to do this, but I'm so glad that I did that because I can now like put that on my portfolio and be like, I actually can be in front of the camera as much as I think like, because I doubt myself a lot. I'm like, no, I should just behind the camera. Do you know what I mean? But it's like being able to break that barrier, break that kind of stereotype or stigma, whatever, and just be like, no, like I can do the modeling part if I want to. Like, I'm not a stereotypical model, but like, who is? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, it's like the personality aspect. Yeah.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
and those sort of things they really do show in the photos because you can tell like who can like model, for example, who
Yeah.
can't. Like if you're doing it genuinely or if you're doing it just for the sake of doing
Doing
it.
it, yeah.
Like you might not think of it, but as photographers, like
Yeah,
it's so easy to tell.
100%, yeah.
Like it's so easy.
100%. And I think, yeah, like, that's one thing I said to myself this year, saying yes more and not thinking about it too much. I would say, don't think about it too much, you know, like, I just want to, like, everything that I do is just to have fun and just to, like, I don't know, like, just say yes more. Like, there's no harm in saying yes, because, like you said, you don't know that part of saying yes could be life changing.
No, it can.
Like, I could have like someone shout me for like a shoot in London as a photographer or like a, I don't know, an acting thing or like an extra. I say no, and then it's like I find out some, I don't know, like international someone is there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know.
Someone that's very well known.
Yeah, well known, like, and or like someone that I've forever wanted to work with and meet. Do you know what I mean? But
that's what I'm saying. That's what it links to what I said earlier about you never know who you might meet because people know people in the industry. It really only takes one person to connect you to all these other people. And then like another thing is like word of mouth in this industry is so important because it's like if I did a shoot for this person, let's say they love the shoot, their friend's going to be asking, "Oh, I need a photographer," and then they will point you to you. Yeah. Like it's
the power of networking is crazy.
It's important.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Definitely.
And it can get you so far just by being a good person.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'd say, well, we are good people. And I feel like the power of us being good people and networking has got us so far in any kind of industry that we've done so far.
No, definitely.
Like,
but
like
it's but it's good to like at the end of the day, you just want to be yourself. Don't put on an act for the sake of trying to get more clients or just to like make a shoot go perfectly. Like as long as you're being yourself, clients will genuinely see that.
Yeah, and I feel like that. Yeah, if you're putting on an act, there's only so long that will last, and all of the people that are watching and following you will eventually clock onto it and probably lose interest in you. So always be yourself.
100%.
Because that will get you so far. Like, will get you so far. Like, I mean, like there'll be people that it will be for and people that it won't be for. So yeah, God, 100%. We got deep there. We got real deep. I know, like there was one thing that actually, and nobody spoke about. You know, Alex, you said I have to hold you accountable a little bit. You said you said you don't have a lot of time to do certain things like edit and stuff like that, but you have a lot of time to travel.
Kind of.
Like this guy is saying, Mr. You know, full-time employed paralegal be traveling the most. I'm like, how's Alek? He's here. He was just here. Like, how is he traveling like this? I want the lifestyle. I said, I'm trying to be like you. I'm actually trying to be like you.
Quite honestly, I don't travel enough.
Really? I get it. I get that. But it's like, you travel.
I travel. But I think I travel because I'm playing catch up in a way
you mentioned that.
Yeah, because my first holiday was in 2007. That was Disneyland Paris. And then up until that point, I didn't go on any holidays for probably the best part of about 10 years after that. So like my first time on a plane was in 2017 on a college trip. And then after that, I didn't go on holiday for like another 2 years or so. So I think never gone on holidays when I was younger.
It's playing catch up now.
Yeah, exactly. And then now I get to sort of travel where I can.
I get like, obviously you're playing catch up, but like, how are you finding the time whilst being unemployed? Because that's what I want to know, because I'm trying to learn. And also, how are you budgeting for it? Because like, in this crisis of living, I need to know the tricks, Alex. I said we're not gatekeeping.
No, we're not gatekeeping. But
how are you doing it?
I'll be honest.
Please.
No, because I think let me start with time. With time, planning your annual leave is very important. Like there's always ways in which you can maximize your annual leave.
Okay.
So, for example,
I like this.
no, I'm just trying to think because people do it all the time. They like take, for example, 4 days off between these days to have 9 days off, for example, or something like that.
Like, so how would you maximize it? Like, give me an example.
I think bank holidays will be your best friend.
Yeah.
I think, especially where, for example, Easter weekend is a good time to travel because you basically want to go away for the most amount of time with the least annual days possible. So whether it's like a bank holiday, you can use less annual leave days. I think that's actually the main one. I'm not gonna lie.
You say that though, but then how are you budgeting for that time? Because that time is going to be the most expensive.
That is true. That is true. I think with me, in terms of holidays, I always try to travel off peak season. So I never travel during Christmas. I never travel during the summer holidays because it's way too expensive. Everyone knows that. You'll never see me on a holiday in August unless someone else is paying for it because I'm not paying for it. Traveling off peak season it really does help. It makes a big difference. I think the misconception is that people like holidays are expensive. There are ways to make holidays cheaper. Like it's just. I think it just depends on what you want. Like you got to research to find a good deal. And I think I always say to myself, you can make some sort of compromises. So whether it's like activities you want to do or like hotels, for example. So I think with me, the biggest thing I always say is that if you're going on like a city break, the hotel doesn't need to be fancy, all inclusive. It doesn't need, obviously it's got to be a nice hotel because you don't want to sleep in a crap hotel. But it doesn't need to be the best in the world because especially on the city breaks, you're always going to be, you're going to be outside for the most part of the day. So you don't need to spend all out on a hotel. And then flights as well. Like there are ways you can find cheap flights like Skyscanner or other websites as well.
Do you know what?
I think it's research. I think what I'm getting at is research. You just need to look at when the best time to go, when the cheapest time is. And there are deals out there to be found. You just have to find them. That's the best way to put it.
Okay. It's good to know because I'm trying to go on a few holidays this year. I can't lie.
No, definitely. 100%.
But yeah, okay. We're going to round it up a little bit. Alek, what's the word of advice you want to give to the people that are watching?
Oh God. That's a good question.
He's like, damn.
I think there's so many things I want to say, but I think you just have to be proud. Take a minute to be proud of what you've achieved.
I like this one,
and just be mindful of the fact that there are so many people out there that want to be in the position that you are in. So you should never take where you are for granted, and you should be appreciative of where you are, what you've achieved, and what you've got planned for the future as well. And just to be your genuine self, like just to be you. It sounds very cliche, but I think being you really is a lot more important than you think, and it really does show amongst other people, and most importantly to yourself.
Well, no, it's true. I totally cheers to that because I think as individuals we need to be proud of ourselves a lot more, you know, and not until just cherish the goods that we've done and not always focus on the negatives or bads because there's always going to be goods and bads, but being able to sit down and really appreciate the good times that you've had
100%.
and like the achievements that you've had is beautiful and something we should take more of going forward in life because that will only motivate us more. Like that's one thing that I realized that I didn't do a lot before. Like, and when you reflect, sometimes you're like, "Oh shit, I did this, did that." So no, I hear it. Anything else you would like to share?
I think I was also gonna say like it's like what I said about planning shoots earlier. I think not everything goes to plan as you would want it to, and that's just with life. Nothing really goes to like your specific plan. I want to do this and that by a certain amount of time. Life ain't like that. It really isn't. So you just got to make best of the situation that you're in, and like the cards that you're dealt with, you really got to sort of play them not just to your advantage, but play them as best as you can. And as long as you do the best you can for yourself, then what will be will be.
100%. I totally agree with that. But anyway, Alek, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Aisha.
Like,
Thank you for having
honestly,
me. It's been a long time coming.
Long time, best link up so far, because I can't lie. It was needed. I feel like we both needed this. But thank you so much for coming. And there's gonna be more guys coming from us. Like, it's not the end. We definitely
not.
We need to do it if
anything, this is the start.
beginning. We need to do a link up photo shoot where we're both photographers.
Yes.
Why and how we've never done this is crazy.
You're telling me.
But no, guys, you know the vibes. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, guys, I can't do this without the subscribing and the liking and the commenting. You know the vibes. So make sure you do that. And yeah, just keep on showing love. Make sure you show love 100%. to Alek's page as well. You know, I'm gonna drop the TikTok, the Instagram, everything. ShotByAlek. Iconic. But yeah, see you later, guys.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
5, 6, 7.